So hello everyone. So I'm going to tell you what we're actually doing in this part 5. So all this time in tutorial class, I have been telling you many times, okay, about the 5 steps in solving the problem. So what do we do first? First, we do the problem analysis based on the problem statement given. The second one, we design the solution, which is to draw the flowchart and the pseudocode. The third one is the implementation. The fourth one is the testing, and the fifth one is the documentation. But we're not going to do the testing and documentation. For this part 5, we're going to do the problem analysis, okay, the first step and the third step. The second step, we haven't learned to draw the flowchart first, so let's put them aside. Okay, but you have to know what you are actually doing. Okay, so we have a problem, we have to analyze the problem, and then we have to come up with the code to solve the problem, okay, to get the result. So let's see, what is the problem statement here? It says that you have to calculate the area of rectangle. So first of all, before you can come out with this code, right, you have to read the question properly. So you have to calculate the area of the rectangle. Okay, so what is the output from this problem? Area of rectangle, right? So the output is area of rectangle. And then what are the inputs? What do we need to know to calculate the area of rectangle? We need to know the width and we need to know the height. So the input is the width and height, right? And then what is the process? Calculate. Calculate what? The output, the area of rectangle, based on the input entered, okay? The width and the height entered. So that is the process. So now logically you have to understand that we need the width and the height to calculate the area of the rectangle. And where do we get the width and the height? From the user. So the user is going to enter the value for the width and the value for the height. Only then the program can calculate the area of rectangle. So we're done with that problem analysis. Okay, let's keep the pseudocode and the flowchart part. We go straight to the coding, to the implementation. So first, what does it say here? Open a new Scratch project. So I've opened it. Okay, delete sprite 1. Choose new backdrop from the library. Insert a new sprite. Okay, delete sprite 1. Choose new backdrop. Insert new sprite. Okay, I'm going to delete this. Choose a new backdrop called Charbot. And then choose new sprite called Avery. Alright. Okay, then click data block. Make a new variable by clicking on the button. So if you don't have the data block, go to the variable block. It's the same block. Okay, and then you're going to see the make a new variable by clicking the button. Okay, make a new variable. It says here you need the width variable, height variable, and the area of rectangle variable. So width. Okay, make another variable, height. Make another variable, area of rectangle. Okay, so these are the variables. What is the function of a variable? So a variable will store the value. Variable will store the value. But without the variable, we cannot store the value, right? So we have to define the variable first. So this is how we define the variable. Okay, so we have made the variable, and then barulah kita proceed with the block. So first, the program will start. So for the start, we have to use when the green flag is clicked. Then go to this coordinate. So basically the Avery will go to that coordinate. Just choose the go to, okay. And then set the variable that we have defined before to 0. So look, this is orange. So just go to the orange block. So set. Okay, what do we need to set? We have to set the height to 0, the width to 0, and area of rectangle to 0. Okay, drag them. Okay, drag another one. Okay, so we set all of them to 0, and then the program will say, okay, the program will show this message. This program will calculate the area of rectangle. So looks, say, this program will calculate the area of rectangle. rectangle for how many seconds? Maybe we want it to appear for 3 seconds. And then the next message is the program will ask the user to enter the height. So sensing means getting the input from the user. Okay, remember we're talking about input, output, but how do we get them? By asking the user to enter the value. So how do we ask them? We use this block, ask, enter height. Remember the input is height and the weight. So so that's why we have to ask the user to enter the height and wait until the user enter the height. And then when we got the answer, okay, we got the height entered by the user, we're going to set the value of height in this program, okay, to the answer entered, to the value entered by the user. So drag the answer, put it here. And then we need 2 inputs, right? Enter height and weight. So another one, ask, enter weight, and wait. So wait for the user to enter the weight, the weight. And then what do we need to do? When we got the value, then we have to set the corresponding variable to that value. Okay, drag it here. So the answer will be this one, the entered weight. And then we have set all the values to the correct variable. And then what does it say here? Okay, we have to tell the user the result. So you're going to choose this block. Okay, say, what do you need to say? The area of rectangle is, okay, what do you need to put here? Oh, sorry, you need to put the join right here. So let me copy this. So go to the operator because it's green. So choose the join, you're going to put it in here. And then for this, the first section, you're going to put the area of rectangle is. But you have to multiply the height and the width to get the area of rectangle, right? So this is multiplication. You're going to choose the multiplication operator here. So drag it in here. And then you're going to put the height on the first section and the width for the second section. Or you want to put the width here and the height here. Okay, you can also do that. So just drag the variable, height, go in here, and width, go in here. Okay, so we got height times width, and this answer will appear together with the sentence, the area of rectangle is. So let's see whether this program works or not. So I know that you have followed the module like step by step, but this video is just explaining what you are actually doing. Okay, and I want to correlate this with what you have learned in tutorial class. Okay, so run it. The program will calculate the area of rectangle. Enter height. So the user will enter height. I'm the user now, so I enter the height 90, for example. And then the program will ask enter width. So I enter the width 70. So the area of rectangle is 6,300. So can you see or not? We got the solution. Okay, we got the solution. We can now see the area of the rectangle after we enter. We can now see the area of rectangle after we have entered the height and also the width.